Hello, everyone. I'm Sandra Levy, Senior Editor of Drugstore News. Today we have Rachel Marler, Chief Customer Officer of Haleon Consumer Healthcare. She's going to discuss some self-care trends and how the company works with retail partners to serve consumers and shoppers. Hello, Rachel. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, Sandra. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me about Haleon. This is very exciting. We're approaching our second-year birthday as a standalone consumer healthcare company. And as I'm sure you know, we have some world-class leading brands such as Advil, Tums, Sensodyne, et cetera. I could go on for a long time.
Well, that's so exciting. We're very happy to interview you. So let's get started right away. What trends in self-care does Haleon currently see?
Consumers are continuing to take proactive measures for their health and are looking for targeted solutions to address their specific health needs. And Haleon's trusted science and deep understanding helps us identify and address these sizable unmet consumer needs. So, for example, 45% of Americans suffer from tooth sensitivity, and that number increases to 86% when you consider sensitivity sufferers who want whiter teeth. Haleon just launched Sensodyne Clinical White, a whitening toothpaste for sensitivity sufferers. And Clinical White is specially designed for sensitive teeth and provides consumers with 2 shades whiter teeth and 24/7 sensitivity protection with an enamel-safe formula. So what's exciting is this is really a true game changer, and it's supported by 5 clinical studies, and consumers are really responding extremely well to it. It has been the #1 product in the oral health category over the past few weeks, and it continues to grow since consumers are searching for self-care and how to look great. Another trend that we're seeing at Haleon is that technology is continuing to become a bigger part of everything we do. And it's not only health tracking apps and wearables, but a significant portion of the younger generation is getting into health and wellness advice from social media platforms and social influencers. And of course, now that trend is really growing to other generations like ours. A current trend that we've probably all seen out there is gut health. And specifically for Haleon, consumers are now looking for more discerning and reliable information. And we are committed to furthering health literacy with deep science. Like, for example, using our healthcare professionals as influencers. So those could be dentists, physicians, et cetera. We, of course, also work with influencer marketing agencies, and we use celebrities and nano influencers. But of course, healthcare professionals are a major way that we now work on social media, because we really want to show up where and how consumers learn about health and wellness and how they're choosing their brands and solutions. I'd like to talk more about like other examples. So a cool example is the Tums bag, which I'm going to show to you, Sandra, because you're going to be really jealous about how cool this bag is. So in December, Tums broke into fashion with a limited edition bag, and it was crafted in collaboration with the artist Nick Bentel. And this was accessory for foodies who wanted to connect with our younger audience in a way that speaks to them. Because Tums is America's #1 heartburn medicine, and it's helping over 60 million consumers that suffer from the discomfort of heartburn every month. And that's mainly because of our diets and stress. And we filled this accessory with Tums products, and we did a big collaboration on social media. And the crazy part is this $200 bag was sold out in 1 hour at the launch. And that's just really another example of how we want to connect with consumers where they want help with self-care. The third area that is near and dear to my heart, and Sandra, I'm sure is yours, is wellness, women's wellness. And as we know, wellness is multifaceted. It's physical, it's mental, and emotional, and they're all important. But when one of our wellnesses is out of sync, it can really throw off the whole system. And women in general are burdened with the healthcare giver role that they have, and they tend to put their needs last. Women in menopause suffer even more, and this is an area that's been historically ignored and stigmatized, and it's really not well understood. And I don't know if you know this, Sandra, but over 50 million women in the US are menopausal. I might be one of them. And so we're talking about a certain significant percent of the female population. And at Haleon, we understand this, and we worked along our scientists, and we literally have just launched Centrum Menopause. And it's a multivitamin plus supplement solution set, and it's designed to support women through our entire menopause journeys. And once again, it has clinically studied ingredients that help relieve these symptoms of menopause, right? And it's from the #1 doctor recommended multivitamin. And because we were just discussing tech, we're supporting this launch with digital tools to educate and provide community support to these women in their journey. And the good news about these discussions is that menopause is really starting to become more common and less taboo to talk about. Women wellness in general is just really important to Haleon. Last year, we launched our Centrum maternal healthcare products that support women and baby before, during, and after pregnancy. And then most recently, we've launched Centrum Cosmos, which is multiple clinical studies that show that vitamins can play a key role in supporting healthy aging, which is important to everyone these days, not just the older generation, and especially supporting cognitive function in women.
That's so exciting. So I'm hearing self-care, women, health, social media, education, different phases of life. So it's really fascinating. So navigating self-care, how does Haleon work with its retail partners to drive, better consumer and shopper outcomes and business growth?
As the Chief Customer Officer, it's really important for us to partner with our retailers to deliver better everyday health with humanity, and really also to be their strategic growth partner. So we're taking a three-pronged approach. The first part is really through ourselves in terms of supply resiliency. And I'm sure you've done many interviews and articles about supply chain over the past few years, right?
Right.
So at Haleon, our supply resiliency, it's really improved tremendously. And now we're future facing with new technology in our supply chain to support all 5 of our categories across pain, respiratory, oral health, digestive health, and wellness. And then the second part of our approach of helping our retailers is through our consumer. And I touched a little bit on our Centrum Cosmos study, but it's just such a great example of how we worked with our retail partners. We now have 3 studies that have proven and provided evidence of the benefit of Centrum Silver multivitamins on cognitive health in older adults. And the 3rd independent cognition trial results were just published earlier this year, and they echoed the previous findings of Cosmos Mind and Web, which indicate that the daily use of Centrum Silver, this is actually my personal Centrum Silver that I use every day, the daily use of Centrum Silver versus a placebo results in significant improvements in performance on tests measuring our memory. So what we did is we drove consumer and shopper awareness of the study results and education and trial of the products with a 360 campaign approach through TV, digital, national media. We actually had a huge coverage the beginning of this year on the Today Show, CNN, et cetera. And then using our expert partners to bring more people into the category to help them deliver better everyday health. And then near and dear to my heart with our retailers, we do omni-programming. So with retail media, in-store signage, in-store and online displays, social with our social specific with our retailers. And the growth has been really strong, and we're just really proud to deliver science-backed brands to our retailers to help the consumers. At Haleon, we're also focusing on driving retailer growth with expanded household penetration. really educating shoppers to understand how to treat their symptoms with new or different efficacious products. And a big way that we do that with our retailers is through meaningful innovation. At Haleon, we have deep and wide range of innovation across 5 categories: oral health, digestive, wellness, pain, respiratory. And it's really underpinned by our consumer insights and our deep science. And what I love is one of our new launches, Emergency Crystals, is a great example for bringing this on-the-go format without water needed. And it's a fun but effective way for immunity support. In our innovation, we really make sure it goes way beyond just adding a new flavor, new size, etc. We also collaborate with our retailers, of course, on product assortment and selection. And sometimes it can be custom for retailers. The one thing that we're even more focused on is, aside from our premium brand launches, really having value launches for their shoppers as well, because we know there's a broad spectrum of consumers out there, and there's some difficult economy for some of our shoppers. And then another facet that we focus on is our health literacy, really making science more accessible and understandable, and really co-creating educational content, including our PDP pages on their websites in language that's easy to use and understandable, and adding more science in videos to make it easier to understand. And then, of course, collaborating, leveraging data and analytics. We work with our retailers on their loyalty programs as well as their retail media programs. And we're accelerating AI for content and multiple other use cases. I'm sure you were waiting for that word AI and generative AI to come into the conversation.
Definitely.
So we're doing a lot of that, not only with, we're starting to do more with the retailers, but behind the scenes doing intensive training and educational understanding for our entire global Haleon employee base in working on these use cases.
So I'm hearing again, technology, education, partnerships, collaboration, and data analytics. So that's really fascinating. So not that you're not doing enough, but what's next for Haleon? What should retailers look forward to and expect?
Yeah, so we actually, we've been really, really busy, but we also continue to differentiate ourselves through our strong purpose, which is to deliver better everyday health with humanity. I see quite a few things as we continue our journey forward. Our portfolio is ever evolving in key growth areas and white spaces, and we continue to increase household penetration with scale by driving baskets, regimen, education, our healthcare professionals, experts, and of course, digital and technology. And we continue our emphasis on social responsibility and impact. Health inclusivity is so important to us at Haleon, and we have a commitment to bring 20 million people into better everyday health in 2025 in the US. And a new example of how we're addressing inequity is the Advil Believe My Pain campaign. This just launched this year, and millions of people experience pain, all of us, but not all receive equal treatment. And Black and Brown communities actually face significant challenges in pain treatment, and they're often experiencing dismissive attitudes and inadequate care, leading to delayed diagnosis, undertreatment, and worse healthcare outcomes, which is extremely unfortunate in the US. So our Believe My Pain initiative aims to really raise awareness of this critical issue, but providing resources and tools to advocate for change. So we're partnering with Morehouse Medical College and Black Health, and we're supporting development of patient resources and awarding grants with the Advil Pain Equity Project. And we're really working with our retailers to get this message out there and to partner with us as well. Another big thing that we're focused on as a company and elevating even more is making better everyday health more achievable. So, for example, in the US, 53 Americans are family caregivers, and they provide invaluable support to their loved ones. But as you may or may not know, I personally have experienced caregiving. It can be physically and emotionally demanding. And we understand that the challenges that caregivers face, including their own physical strain. So through Voltaren Acts of Care, we're offering resources and support to give caregivers, to help and support caregivers so they can manage their own well-being, so they might be able to better care for their loved ones. And then the last part of our social responsibility, of course, is sustainability. And we're continually focusing on reducing our environmental impact of our products and our operations. A focus that's near and dear to heart to many, many of our retailers as well. So we partner with them on ways to reduce our virgin plastic packaging and sourcing ingredients sustainably. One super cool example that we just launched, and it's hitting the shelves right now, is our new packaging for Flonase. So that now is recyclable and it's easy to open. And then we've also made great strides in our Advil business by reducing the plastic in our bottles by 20%. So we're just always continuously looking at ways that as Haleon, we're going to help consumers, but quite frankly, work with our retailers on what's important to them as they're working on this mission. And how can we work together? Because working together actually generates more and better ideas.
Well, that's excellent. We're really excited to hear of all the trends that we're going to look forward to seeing, and we hope that you'll come back and share some of those with us.
Oh, I would love to. Yeah. Thank you, Sandra. I mean, having this opportunity to discuss Haleon with you is, it's amazing. And hopefully you're just as excited as we are about delivering better everyday health with humanity.
Yes, we are. Thank you so much for joining us.